Good morning. Still pretty early here in Tahiti, about 8:13 in the morning local time. Second heat of the water just getting started with Jordy Smith, Ace Buchan, and Jadson Andre looking to finish in the top two to move on to the round of 32 and avoid the elimination round. As we saw Soli Bailey, the rookie on tour, pick up a big win to start. Smith up and out, as he just had to check out the left-hander there. Even though it stopped 7 out of 11, it has to start now. So he's going to be feeling that pressure every time he puts on the jersey. Here's a former event champion, Australian legend, Ace Buchan, starting off with a clean read on the barrel, clean frontside turn, so polished, true professional. Great to see Ace Buchan. Really still feels like he's having the time of his life on tour. See this approach under the hood again, BL.
He was nice and deep and then got to backdoor that section. The section was quick. It was quite short, but it had some, as we see, there's that section that he falls and backdoors, gets to come through cleanly and into a nice wrap there with that beautiful style and technique, textbook technique. And you can't win. Look at this one.
Jadson Andre setting himself up well for the vision and the completion down carve. Lift to hit, really blows the whole board out the back. Incomplete on the end section. Identifying that reef going dry, that could have been that effect of the maneuver choice.
Jordy will be disappointed to see both his opponents get completions, and this is a bigger wave. This is a great wave. Drives from deep, pulls in. Little spit there from that one, and this, he goes for the turn and loses that rail a little bit, so cuts it down short, and that kind of affected the rhythm for the rest of the ride. So the first half, beautiful, nice tube ride, one of the bigger waves we've seen today. Judges will appreciate that. Could have been a little more successful, a little better with that last half of the ride, but again, it's going to be the best wave of the heat so far, you would think, as you see that barrel and what this wave does. And there's the driving carve, and you see the front foot come up onto the side, and then he thinks, well, that first turn wasn't too good, I may as well go for the Hail Mary on this last one.
Kind of surfing like under the radar, because he was against his parents' permission until they saw him surf, and they're like, okay, you've got some talent, let's see you join the World Tour. This is Ace Buchan slamming on the brakes over the foam ball. Comes out nice and clean, sits on that rooftop float, and Buchan go back to Ace on this one.
Comes around the corner, parks it from behind again, has that section fall in front of him a little bit longer, and there was a no-claim claim, as they say there. He stood tall and went, I like it, I'm feeling good about it. This angle will show, goes straight down the face, pulls up. It's not a super throaty one, it's not going completely top to bottom. It got a little more that way as it went down the line. See the time he has here to set it up. Positions himself beautifully, threads it lovely. Couldn't have been much deeper because he may not have made it. You want to get those completions early, and there's that beautiful
wide open pit setting up for Jordy Smith, and that lip is going to clamp on top of the man that stands 6'3", 200 pounds. Looking at the last wave ridden during the interview, this is Jadson Andre getting the completion.
Got the tube ride into the cut back there. Let's look at this angle from the water. Pumps, drives, and it was a short, quicker barrel. And you can see how much Jaddy moved around on his board there. Went forward for the tube, back for the turn, and so having to move around a lot on his board to maximise the opportunities. Quick tube. Don't see it going to anywhere near that score of Ace Buchan's as the 7.67.
Unbelievable. Looking at Matahi, we'll have Kolohe as we see Jadson up and out. Matahi Drolet taking on Yago Dora and Kolohe. Tyler Newton from Kauai will have Joan Duru and Felipe Toledo. Tyler finishing runner-up in the trials.
I think in the end the approach is to go at every single heat with everything you've got and not try and think too much about it. Jaddy in and out there on a closeout. And you've just got to trust and believe that, you know, what is what's meant to be, because you've put yourself there and you've always got to be going 100%.
Ace on the boat was in tears. You know, he's a solid human with so much heart and passion, puts in so much work, and it's great to see him enjoying his job on tour. This is Jaddy punching free from that inside corner. He's out of there. Really working quickly to protect that second spot over Jordy Smith.
Solly said that gut feeling as we see Jordy pulling in. That gut feeling is what I think that's where the gold is. That's where the information is in the gut feeling.
Times that actually the entry into the wave can be more challenging than what the backsiders go through out here. As we'll get back to that with Ace Buchan driving through a deep section. And that one's going to slow him down. Still out front with his 11.5 total.
Saw Jordy probably with the wave of the day, but trying to negotiate that end little flap section that just barely got him. And that's because of those swells running.
Thank you, Strider. Jordy's up again now. Just a little snap showing us that he wasn't really happy with that wave. Still looking for something to really give him room to pull in. Looks lighter than ever. He was kind of the competitor that wouldn't let very many people in. And he's looking like he's having the time of his life. Smith will get the exit on this one. And coming off the recap, you can see Jadson paddling back out. So he just swung again here, Barton.
Deep pulls in. Oh, and it was looked like, again, it did crumble, and maybe the exit was going to be a difficult.
We had a rookie win the first heat of Soli Bailey. We have a former event champ winning the second heat of the morning in Ace Buchan as we have run out of time. Ace with the big 7.67 with the high score of the morning here at the Tahiti Pro Teahupo'o. Great numbers there for the seasoned vet. And Andre will also be moving to the round of 32.